Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, something is happening in Pakistan. In case you've been watching the coverage here on Republic TV, we have, as usual, inside access to the pictures in Pakistan. Different parts of Pakistan where it's clear the government and the failed marshal are losing control. In POK, there is a full-blown revolt on the streets. Pictures coming up on the show. And in Quetta, Balochistan, there's been a blast and over 12 people have died. And that situation too is getting out of hand for Pakistan. That and more coming up. Here are the headlines. Complete internal turmoil in Pakistan. Different cities imploding. Pakistan army is losing its grip, faces back-to-back attacks in Balochistan region.
शीशे टूट गए और यहाँ पे फायरिंग का तबादला शुरू हो गया.
10 killed, over 30 injured in the Quetta blast in Pakistan. No group has taken responsibility.
Extremely exhausted, and then he was taken to water for swimming, and he didn't have a life jacket. Siddharth were there, who were solely responsible for his everything, his manager.
Wife of singer Zubeen Garg speaks to Republic, demands justice, says she wants a fast-tracked investigation. And as we start the show at 7 p.m., beginning with some pictures that came in from POK, ladies and gentlemen. POK is erupting. And the anger in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is at its peak this evening. These are some of the images that came in. Take a look at this. These pictures of anger across POK against the Pakistani state, the Pakistani army. There is a lockdown. There is a shutdown in the entire POK region. And this is after firing on demonstrators. And there was a firing that was conducted on a peaceful rally. Look at these videos. These are exclusive images. Let's put a watermark on them. That's an exclusive video that's coming. These are videos that came in of how people are fighting back. And this is after the firing that was reported on some peaceful protesters. There are 4 videos that have come in. In fact, let's play those videos one by one. There's a protest march that was carried out, and people you saw there pushing trucks, containers into the rivers, pushing them over a bridge. This was another protest march that was carried out where thousands of people marched. And this is a third video that we have where again you can see thousands of people gathered raising slogans against the Pakistani government. And there's a complete shutdown in POK against the Pakistan government. This is POK revolting against the Pakistan government. There's a 4th video that we have accessed on the show. Let me once again show you the videos of the container being pushed. There is a 4th video. Let me then also go across to Gursimran joining us live on the show. Gursimran, take us through the details. What happened in POK? Why are the people of POK angry and what are they demanding?
Sri Niranjan, first going to the videos, the first video that you spoke of, this video wherein they are seen pushing a container, because these containers were put in by the administration so that they can block their roads, but that was not the case. When the protesters reached that very place, they uprooted this container and threw it into. This is the Palak Bridge in the Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, where the barricades were actually placed. At many locations, the containers were also placed by the protesters to block the security forces from the movement. movement. This is a tsunami of the people of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir that are all set to wipe out the Shahbaz Sharif government. What are the reasons? The reasons are pretty basic, Niranjan. See what they are demanding. They are just demanding that the Mangla Dam that is there, that is on the river that belongs to the people of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, that the water share is not being given to them. The Neelam hydroelectric power project that is there on the river Neelam, that crosses over India, goes to the Pakistan, though Indus Water Treaty is in abeyance now, and Pakistan has no right on that. But their electricity production that used to come there, it was not being benefited to the people of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. They were getting the electricity at the high tariffs, while when it comes to the stakes of the hydroelectric power project, every part of the electricity was going to Punjab and the other provinces of Pakistan. Third is they were asking the subsidized wheat be given to them. Reason being that they are producer of the wheat. They are saying that we are the producer, but we are not getting it at subsidized prices. While rest of the areas, including Punjab, where PMLN is in the ruling, they are getting it at subsidized rates. One more thing is the Khalsa Sarkar tax, the multiple taxation system that is there for the people of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, that their provincial government is getting the taxes from them, and also the federal government led by Shahbaz Sharif, they are also getting taxes from them. Moreover, their lands are being encroached by the Pakistani army, Pakistani armed forces, and also their rights are being curtailed every single day when protests are being heard. Niranjan, these videos have only been able to access, we have been able to access that when people moved out of the POK and they were able to send the videos. Otherwise, there has been an internet clampdown that has also been done. So this is a state of affairs against which the people of Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, they have come down on the roads, and now from the, if you see from Mirpur to Kotli or to the tehsils like Bagh and Palandri, there have been massive protests. These are visuals are not from any main chowk where the people used to gather, but these are from the small lanes of Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, because the people are fed up from the policies of the Pakistani rulers.
Yes, and while I stay on these pictures, one more question, Gursimran. We are hearing that the protests could only grow because there is a siege of Muzaffarabad planned. There are bigger marches planned. How many people are we expecting to see on the streets of POK?
See, Niranjan, what has happened that, like we have been mentioning yesterday also, that they every day there have been a release. There has been a handout that is released by Awami Action Committee, and today the one that has been released, it says that no matter what kind of atrocities the government wants to commit on us, we will not budge. And they have said that the people from outside POJK, that is, they have said outside Jammu and Kashmir, they will also be joining us. So this movement is not coming to an end. The negotiations, they all have failed, because see, what Pakistan state wants, they want to do negotiation of suppression. They want to threaten these protesters and then say that, see, everything is good, everything is hunky and dory. But that's not the case on the ground. The case on the ground is that the people have now fed up. They don't want any negotiation. They want their rights back.
Okay, stay with me. There are some live pictures coming in of the Prime Minister attending an event. I'm cutting across through that. These are pictures of the Prime Minister, we are told, coming in from Delhi. That's Prime Minister Modi, who's conducting a puja. And he was expected today to visit the Durga Puja Pandal at CR Park's Kali Mandir as the ongoing festivities continue. Those are pictures that came in a short while back. Live pictures coming in as the Prime Minister visits the Kali Mandir in Delhi CR Park. The Prime Minister, they're attending the festivities, taking part in the celebrations, the pujos. This is the iconic Kali Mandir and also the Shiva temple. This is at the CR Park in the national capital. Pictures coming in, also coinciding with the auspicious day of Ashtami. The Prime Minister's visit marking a significant moment during the Navratri festivities. It's a very popular location, CR Park, where every year thousands and thousands of devotees not just visit the Kali Mandir but go there for the Durga Puja festivities. And the Prime Minister here also taking part among the security protocols that were heightened this morning. And in fact, prior to the Prime Minister's visit, residents in this particular area instructed to remove most of the vehicles parked along the main roads, etc., ensuring that there was no further hold-up in traffic in the national capital. There were different advisories also issued by the Delhi Traffic Police, a warning of significant disruptions in and around CR Park due to the large surge in footfall during the Durga Puja festivities. Okay, we'll come back to those pictures later. Ladies and gentlemen, as we go back to the pictures that came in from Quetta in Balochistan, at least 10 people, including Pakistani forces, killed, dozens injured in a suicide blast and gun battle outside the Frontier Constabulary headquarters in Quetta, Balochistan. CCTV footage from the scene of explosion showed a car stopping in front of the gate of the FC headquarters. That was the suicide blast in Balochistan. There was a loud explosion, gunfire, and according to the information that we are getting in, the attackers in the car got out of it and opened fire on the personnel before detonating the car. Now, and there was also gunfire that was reported in some of these videos. You can see the exchange of gunfire between the terrorists inside Pakistan, haunting Pakistan's armed forces. According to reports, the windows of several buildings were also damaged. Vehicles also damaged. This was the Quetta suicide attack. What it shows is that the Pakistan army is losing grip. On one hand, you have anger in POK, and in Balochistan, they completely lost control. The death toll has already crossed 12. We are told that it could go further.
एफसी हेडक्वार्टर के पास धमाके से प्लाजो के साथ शीशे टूट गए और यहाँ पे फायरिंग का तबादला एफसी हेडक्वार्टर के पास धमाके से प्लाजो के साथ शीशे टूट गए और यहाँ पे फायरिंग का तबादला
Gursimran also joining us live. Gursimran, now has anybody claimed responsibility? Because the next thing you know, Pakistan will try and find an Indian link to this. That's what their experts said. Every time something happens in Balochistan, and especially given the recent meetings with China, they will want to create fissures.
See, Niranjan, like for India, Operation Sindoor is new normal. For Pakistan, blaming India on everything is new normal. And that is what we have seen in the last couple of months in the tweets that have been put up by the DGISPR, that they want to blame India for everything that happens in the Pakistan. Now coming to this incident, so far no organization has claimed this. But since this is in Quetta and in Balochistan, we know that what Balochistan Revolutionary Guards, Balochistan Republican Army and the Balochistan Liberation Army have done to the Pakistani security forces over the time by carrying out back-to-back terror attacks. It is clearly evident that this is one of their handiworks. Though Pakistani Frontier Corps, which is the Frontier Constabulary headquarters there in Quetta, they claim that they have foiled an attempt, but the reality remains that they have got the major setback since it was a Fidayeen attack. Fidayeen attackers have to die, that is one thing for sure. But the main thing that we see here, that Pakistan is falling apart. Niranjan, this is a dual loss to Pakistan. Reason being that first, Pakistani army, they have completely failed, and the aggression of the people of Balochistan is against them, and that's why these kind of attacks are taking place. Second is the complete intel failure. The ISI that used to say that we are carrying out the covert operations in other countries, they have completely failed to get the information with regards to what is actually cooking under their eyes, under their nose, what is happening.
Anji.
They are completely unaware, and that is why they were taken
stay
by
with
surprise.
Stay with me. Gursimran, there's another breaking news update that I have right now. Sources telling Republic that the attackers, in this particular case in Quetta, Balochistan, came in uniforms. They were dressed as Pakistani armed forces. They tried to enter the headquarters, and a suicide bomber rammed a Suzuki vehicle loaded with arms, ammunition onto the entrance gate of the headquarters in Balochistan. Attackers rode on white bike. They also tried to enter the headquarters in Balochistan, but the attack was reportedly foiled by some of these Jawans present there. That's a day in the life of a Pakistani terrorist. A day in the life of the Pakistani army, Jawan. A day in the life of the Pakistani citizen to have to see all of this. But anyway, they're trying to claim they're Baloch rebels, etc. Of course, we are keeping a close watch on that. The intensity of the blast shows that the casualty numbers may be increasing in Balochistan as well. That's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive. At 8 p.m, we will look at closely what happened in Pakistan. In POK, there are thousands of people marching against the Pakistani government. And then at 9 p.m, the big story on the stampede in Tamil Nadu. The fight that's going on. Thanks for watching.